And in the book too, Becky also talks about mid-card titles and how she believes that that is the direction for the women's division, along with saying how sometimes it just doesn't need to be a title involved
Mhm.
for women to feud, and they can just have an organic rivalry, which I don't know, Sarah, I feel like I've heard that once or twice said on this show.
Mhm.
So, yeah, if where have you heard it? I don't know. Where have you
Yeah.
heard that on
I
this
know, I'm
show?
like, "She's a fan of the show. She's a fan of mine. We're fans of each other," you know?
Exactly, just peeps loving peeps.
Yeah, so I love this. I love that it's in a book. I would like to believe that these have been conversations that have been had backstage and at least like thought about because people like to mention, okay, well, they don't really do anything with the tag women's tag title, so what makes you think they should introduce more titles? And I get that argument, but at the same time, you see how much they value the singles titles, and I don't see any reason to believe that they wouldn't want to build up mid-card titles for the women. I don't think that they would be treated the same as the tag titles because you could make the argument for the men's tag titles. It's the same thing. They're not really getting treated that much better than the women's
Mhm.
tag titles. But look at how the
No.
Intercontinental title is booked and the US title is booked. So if you brought in basically those equivalents to the women's division, then I see that being used and it makes sense. I think it's with the direction that they're going to be going in and the amount of women that are going to be in the company, whether it's they're already on the main roster or coming up from NXT, you kind of have to bring in mid card titles because otherwise you're just going to have, 95, 96 women out of 100 that are doing nothing because
Yeah,
there's no titles,
exactly.
So,
Just levels.
yeah, and it makes sense because it's like, oh, this person shouldn't be in the women's title picture. Okay, we'll give her the mid card first. Like,
Mhm.
I think that would be. It's just the most ideal scenario, and I don't really understand why they haven't done it yet. But maybe it's in the works, and we'll see it soon. At least I hope.
Fingers crossed that we do.